Hello guys and welcome back to another setup video on Assetto Corsa Competizione on the PlayStation 5. We're in the BMW M4 once again, and today we're at my favourite track, which is Oulton Park. Now it's super fun to drive around here, but it does require a lot of concentration. So we're looking for the fencing on the left hand side, braking down into third gear. Try and clip the apex and don't run too wide here because you will kick up or you will invalidate your lap time. And then we're going to short shift up to fifth so the traction control doesn't kick in. Braking with the yellow boards on the left hand side into third gear, and then on the power as soon as we can as we head up to Island Bend. And we're going to be just dropping down into fourth gear for this, a little dab of the brakes, and try not to drift out too wide. You can brake quite late into the right hander here because it's a banked corner, so try to get the car to rotate. You can run a little bit deep and get a bit of a switchback. You want to be in the power as soon as possible, and then braking for the first chicane. When you hit the marker on the right hand side, down 2 gears and then down into first gear for the right handers. You don't want to go all the way down into first gear all at once. And then we're going to do a similar thing for the second chicane, so braking when we see the board on the left hand side, and then into first gear a little bit late and up to second just before the right hander. Just lift off here and then foot planted once you can see the exit of the corner as we head uphill. You want to avoid those curbs on the left hand side as well because they can quite easily throw you off the track. And then my favourite corner, down into third gear. Keep it really tight through here and flat out as soon as you see the exit of the corner once again to maximise the speed. Down this back straight, up and down, a bit like a roller coaster, braking just before the board on the left hand side, down into second gear. Get it rotated in. I got on the power a little bit early there and lose a bit of time as I head up the hill. You can see losing time on the delta, so there's definitely a bit more time in this lap, but we've done a 1:32.7, so low 1:32s are definitely possible if you can hook up a perfect lap. So as always, this lap was done in a free practice session rather than hot lap mode, which means you'll be able to do a similar lap time in the same conditions in a qualifying session. And the temperatures today were 16 degrees ambient and 21 degrees on track. So you'll notice I've got the traction control on 5 here, which is a little bit higher than I normally use. That's just to help with the wheel spin out of the corners. Brake pads on type 1. 15 litres of fuel will give you 3 flying laps, but the first flying lap will be a little bit slow because the tyres are still getting up to temperature. We've increased the rear anti-roll bar a little bit and changed the bump stop ranges, and we've gone quite low or quite towards the rear with a brake bias. With the dampers, we've come down quite a lot with the fast values, and this is just to help with controlling the car over the bumps and the curbs. Curbs can be quite nasty on this game here. And then with the aero, we're full 8 on the rear wing. Then we've raised the rear ride height to 60 to help with the rotation through the corners, and the brake ducts are on 2 and 3, but obviously these were based on today's temperatures, so you might want to adjust if the temperatures are quite a bit different. Now thanks for watching guys. Like I said, this is probably my favourite track. I've one here in the real world as well, so I absolutely love driving around it. If you found the video useful, then give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more setup videos like this in the future.